Time is relative.
Let's not do that. But it was indeed the three ninjas, Chad, and it was Rocky, Colt, and Tum Tum. And they were immortalized, those were their ninja names, and they were immortalized as badasses in the sequel, The Three Ninjas Kick Back.
I'm not going to lie, I think the audience would have loved an explanation of time even more, but we'll save that for another time.
I'm just trying to, I just wanted to help Chad out with that one.
I like the whole spin me ride round situation.
Baby ride round, yeah.
Yeah, Dead or Alive. So that's an epic song. Unfortunately, it has been linked in my mind to less epic internet material.
It's one of the original, I guess.
It is one of the originals on the internet. It's got to be.
We'll move along swiftly.
Yes, please. I'm glad you saved me this time.
No, keep that in your brain throughout this whole thing. I'm just going to maybe bring it up on my phone and slide it over to you in the middle of this match. NiP taking on HellRaisers' second map in this final series of the day. NiP takes over, pass, as the desk mentioned, a heartbreaking fashion to HellRaisers to lose that, losing the bomb plant to time, losing a deagle round towards the end as well. We'll see if they have better fortunes here, and they're going to start on the CT side.
They do indeed. And obviously their pistol strength, theoretically, in NiP should be quite high. I'd love it if they upgraded a Glock to a P250 on either Forrest or Dennis. That would make me happy. So far, that hasn't happened. Instead, it's a couple of smokes and a Molotov. That doesn't happen all the time on T-side pistol, Mirage.
You know what I was going to say, you know what a better ninja movie is? Have you ever seen Surf Ninjas? Surf Ninjas is great. Look at the aggression and underpass from Angel and Issa. Whereas Dennis going to swing out behind that smoke. They want to split this B bomb site, it looks like. They're going to get up catwalk as well. Issa's going to hear all this, but he can't really do anything about it. It's just Dead Fox here at this B bomb site. He's under so much pressure. But Angel comes behind with the flank up the staircase. That's beautiful, and that's the bomb down. And even if NiP gets this B bomb site, what are they going to do? They have to go all the way back, and the rest of HellRaisers is coming to fortify position around the bomb.
That's a little bit of a problem, isn't it? That's going to ruin your day every time. And
so
did he do a 360 just jumping in the... I mean, the fact that the bomb is back here just...
It's over. The round's over. Look at Angel walks in. He said, if they lose with this kind of a setup around the bomb, it's just Dennis. So, I mean, fair play. There is, I guess, a chance. But God bless, is this going to be difficult?
Yeah, this is absolutely awful, isn't it? Dennis and Get Right. I don't even know if you can make a plan to try and win this. I mean, it's a good shot. Making it work early on. Dennis looking for more, but it's not going to get it. Now Get Right fighting to try and bring it back. It's a really timely switch to get that kill on Angel. Now 30 seconds, and actually, I mean...
18 HP on Bondic as well, and Get Right, he can make it to the other bomb site super quick if he just books it.
Yeah.
Bondic's just got to gamble, essentially. With this kind of HP, he's just hiding behind the bench, and he's saying, please come to the B bomb site so I can just stop the plan. And Get Right's not doing that at all. He's going to go up connector. He's going to go towards A. This should be a one pistol round for NiP. Get Right has all the advantages, and he's obviously one of the most legendary clutch players we have in CSGO.
We talked about the soul-crushing way in which HellRaisers lost the first map. If they lose the pistol round on the second map this fashion and Get Right, perfect position, he's going to win it. Oh my god, the triple kill, and you're absolutely right. One of the best players in the game to have left in this kind of scenario, and he comes out with a big win. They should not have lost that round, HellRaisers.
No, they really shouldn't have. That is nice recovery from Dennis and Get Right. Obviously, the one shot from Dennis that he gets is beautiful, and then Get Right just follows it up. Good kills. HellRaiser's not able to swing at him from two different angles. He gets that first kill so quickly. 1-0, and yet another round HellRaisers let slip away, and that's going to be tough to bounce back from. They'll have to do it. They do have a couple deagles, some CZs. They don't invest too much into this. It's just kind of half investment pistols with mostly no armor. Woxic does have some with that CZ, but keeping enough money in the coffers to have a solid buy in the fourth round.
And NiP have two MAC-10s and a UMP that they can throw away for a little bit of scouting into a bomb site if they need to, so they don't have to really commit the AK-47s and risk losing them early on. Just buy a little bit of time using the rest of the weaponry here. They're really worried, it seems like, NiP. They're actually expecting HellRaisers to be very aggressive. Forrest, Draken, and Get Right, you can see all of their positions are indications that they're expecting something else out of HellRaisers than what we're seeing right now. So far, it's just a colossal waste of time here for NiP.
Well, they're starting to get a little bit more bold. They're starting to get a little ballsy walking up, and no ability to trade there for Draken. And actually, Get Right's got to be careful. Woxic is close up. He can actually Run his way in towards Palace, but they're content with the 5-on-4 at the moment. Look at Bondic, though. This can stop everything. Get Right's got to be careful. I don't think he's going to be able to read this play so close, and there it is. The knife comes out, and Bondic's, again, bomb down in T-spawn. And HellRaisers have control of it, and NiP have to go back, and actually, they also have to take over a bomb site, so Force has to get this all on his own. He's got to hit this shot, headshot angle for Force. He excels in these scenarios. Going to force Bondic away, 25 seconds, and Rez has to hold on to the B bomb site alone. Meanwhile, Angel pushing up the stairs with Woxic to cut him off.
Yeah, they're intercepting him along the way, and he just doesn't have time to deal with this kind of thing. Dennis is going to be going down. That's a nice kill for Forrest, but still waiting is Woxic, and this kill is huge. That just might have been it. 9 seconds yet. Don't think they can actually make it any longer. Woxic does go down, but Rez is just going to make it away with the AK-47. I mean, this is a really strange beginning to a map.
It's a really poor anti-eco, if I'm honest. I mean, the patience is fine, as you said. I mean, seeming a waste of time, essentially. But you can't have your first piece of contact in a round like that just be Rez walking up, or whoever was it, Drucken, walking up a ramp, all on his own. He needs a teammate with him. He needs someone there to be able to at least trade that kill, some kind of utility usage. But you run into obstacles when you just let a player go down like that with no response and nothing gained from it either.
Yeah, somewhere the threat is watching. He's not pleased.
He's not pleased at all, yeah. Well, tactical purchase this round out of NiP. We saw it work spectacularly for HellRaisers on Overpass when Woxic picked it up. But already playing a man down as Bondic dispatches Draken very quickly.
Yeah, he's going to be out of the round really fast. Rez sneaking on in with the AK. Angel still up in the window behind them, and they're just not even... There's no grenades, no checking it, so they walk right into a crossfire and get completely annihilated. AK does nothing at all. And now we're just waiting to see if Dennis is going to be able to hit a headshot with the Deagle. He's hoping that someone's going to give him the opportunity, because otherwise this round is just going to be completely failed from start to finish.
And listen, we kind of mentioned that this was going to be a possibility. I think we are going to end up seeing some ugly rounds in this map. That's a nice shot from Dennis, but we know neither of these teams are what you would call necessarily proficient on Mirage, so I think you are going to see some disorganization, and you are going to see some kind of mistakes, and actually NiP, a couple big ones early on, losing the bomb in the same spot in both rounds. They recover on the pistol thanks to a 1 versus 3 from Get Right. Second round obviously not able to do it, but certainly those mistakes are going to have to get cleaned up as we go.
Yeah, this could be really expensive. I mean, we already saw what happened to HellRaisers when you give your opponents a couple of critical rounds, and that's what NiP have just given to HellRaisers, so that could very well be the difference towards the end of the game. NiP without any money to buy, not really surprising. They obviously went for the investment in the previous round, so should be a clean round here for HellRaisers. NiP, one flashbang to hope for a bomb plant. I don't think it's going to touch Woxic, so yeah, they're going to get chewed up. Not even close to getting the bomb down. One kill. Just the single one.
Just the one.
Still, good round. Nice quad kill for Woxic. Fully made up for dying with the UMP. No problems there. And that will be 3-1, so guess we'll see.
Yeah, well, here come the AK-47. So now we get to see what NiP is going to have for us in the gun rounds, and you'd hope it's a little bit more convincing than the second round where they had the weapons. This is very nice from Woxic. A lot of bonus money being made there.
Yeah, he's going to be happy about that one, isn't he? Flashbang into the middle for a teammate, a peek. Isa just peeking behind that, so good basic communication for HellRaisers. You want to see stuff like that. And now he's being supported as well by Angel coming in, so we'll see what happens. Grenade. Ooh, Dennis. He avoids most of it. That's not bad at all, and looked like that was a little bit uncomfortable, but Forrest still wins the fight against Bondic. Woxic doing a little bit more work here. He's already got the double, now looking for the triple, jumping up on the ticket booth. Draken can't really peek it yet. Follow-up Molotov to keep Draken locked inside that apartment. That's really important.
That's a 3-on-2. Dead Fox, is, you can see, has to consider that the B bomb site is an opportunity for NiP. Even Woxic is rotating in that direction as well. This is a bit scary. There's no more noise being made at this A bomb site, and HellRaisers is biting massively. It's not even really a fake. It's just a lack of presence at A. Woxic is going to just readjust to a new position. There's no smokes for NiP. One flashbang, that's on Draken, and he's in Palace. He can't really use that to help them get across unless he gets out, and that puts him in danger of the crosshairs. So a chance here for Woxic to save the round. He's got to be cautious of Connector. It's all down to timing. There's the shot. He gets the kill onto Dennis. Rez has got to cross over with that bomb. And even Dead Fox on Catwalk is going to be able to stop things. Draken, this is a big frag for him to get. Is he aware of the possibility? Woxic is frozen due to the shoulder peek. Just trying to protect the bomb plant. just by his presence, and it's a 1-on-2 for Rez.
Woxic looking to close out the round. He did everything he needed to. Quad kill for him once again, and that's a little bit disappointing for NiP. I mean, they had the right idea waiting, but then they just sort of get picked apart by one person. They didn't have very much utility, I guess, the one excuse that we can make for them. If they could have smoked him off, then it would have been a little bit easier to deal with, but yeah, this is just great. What a resource to have. I mean, guess we shouldn't be too surprised, but he's just a great player.
Yeah, he is, and he's played very, very well on overpass as well. The big thing at the end was Draken. I mean, he doesn't really want to take that fight. There's nothing he can really do to kind of safely take it, so he's just trying to keep Woxic frozen in place with those shoulder peaks. Meanwhile, just getting a wider and wider angle before he's able to take the shoulder. That was a big kill to get. Force now jumping out. There goes Woxic. Misses the shot, misses the opportunity, and Forrest eliminates him. This is much more fast-paced from NiP. They're already up catwalk. Slowed down by these smokes for the moment. They've got to be careful with that. They've only got one left. So again, might be running into a situation where they just don't have the utility to make progress. They need to make sure they take advantage of these positions, and Draken's going to do just that. Dead Fox is next up on catwalk.
Get right, taking off Bondik. That's a really important kill. Bondik obviously trying to take a big risk to try and bring it back in the game. If he could have flanked around, that would have been something, but now instead, 2 versus 5 should be absolutely no way that NiP, even if they tried, they shouldn't be able to lose this round.
Well, you'd be surprised on that one, I think. We'll see what Dead Fox has in store for us. There's the opening kill. They know his position. He realizes they're already up catwalk. Good frag from Dennis, holding the angle, and yeah, Issa can't even get there in time. That's way too much for Dead Fox to ask for. And it's going to be a second round for the Ninjas as they continue trying to grind this economy away. There's a lot of money built up. I mean, part of it is a lot of that bonus money that was built early on by Woxic. Bondik as well with 7,300.
It looked to me like Woxic got flashed and then just didn't move. Like, it looked like he just sat in the connector.
Or like nade smoke or something was in his vision. Yeah, something was like blocking his opportunity to take that shot, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I saw the flashed icon on him.
Okay.
And then he just didn't move. So I'm wondering if he thought that they weren't going to peek yet, and just wanted to sit still, or if something else happened. Because it looked almost like he wasn't obviously disconnected from the game, but it looked like someone, you know, who might have been. It was a little bit weird.
I mean, that was a nice change of pace from NiP. Caught HellRaisers off guard. An awkward jump as well from Forrest to get around that corner and be able to find that shot upon landing. So 2-4. Woxic still going to have that AWP.
Yeah, which could be enough for all we know. He's looked really terrifying with it so far.
We've seen. I mean, we've obviously seen him have some individual rounds where he just takes over. Previously, that 4 kill earlier, just a couple rounds ago. Starting off well, 9-4 for him. Utility being used for NiP towards mid, a lot of it, and they're simulating that fast-paced play towards middle. Once again, Bondik's going to be caught out in the open. He realizes what's coming. Nice adjustment. Oh my God, he gets all 3. That's incredible. What a hold in a desperate situation, and Bondik has just put his team in a great scenario to win this round.
He's supposed to be able to maybe win that fight if they haven't made it other apartments. But once they're out on that platform, then he's dead after 1 kill almost every single time.
I mean, the crappy thing for NiP is they did everything right that round. They had everything they could have wanted. All the utility, the distraction in middle. They just won a round by going fast-paced. You had HellRaisers with 3 players, 2 of them aggressively pushing up catwalk and up middle, 1 player in connector. Bondik was all alone and in a position where he had no cover to get into. Just wins everything.
You know, put your mind back to some of those rounds on Overpass where he got the, you know, some great fakes, some great, you know, spray downs. There was that one UMP round where he got, you know, 3 kills with a UMP. There's been a couple of rounds I feel like for Bondik that he's really stepped it up in. So
yeah, and I think as well, if you're like a new viewer, I mean, Bondik's been quite quiet in terms of his career recently, but I mean, you go back to him on flip side where he was like the star player. He was like, you know, one of the heavy hitters they had at certain points during that lineup, and
yeah,
he was very impressive. So you can see some of the skill shine here in individual rounds as he kind of allows guys like Woxic and Issa to take the reins of this team, but still you can see he's very, very impactful with his comforter over the chair. His little gaming nest.
I absolutely love it. I might start to do this at home. That seems like a great idea.
Yeah. All right.
It does obviously not make you feel like a grown-up human being, but
no.
But nobody really wants to feel that way. So
no, we don't.
5-2 the scoreline, and moving into the 8th round. Double AWP now on the HellRaisers side. Woxic and Dead Fox picking up the other one. I feel like having that extra AWP on the B bomb side just makes you so much more versatile with what you can do with that second B player. Because once that AWP is in position, you can sort of leave him alone for a while, right?
Especially if you get him just a little bit aggressive in those B halls, about halfway up to grab that narrow angle. And sometimes you could switch it up, put him on catwalk, and really catch the other team off guard if they're going for mid control. So a lot of options, and even here you see deadfox playing in market. He can have a quick rotate over towards that A bomb site. Here's the hit from NiP. They're going to have to come through smokes. Rez is already up. He needs to turn the corner. We'll see what he can do. One in the bomb site. That's Bondik who's still holding it down so well. And Issa hasn't even been spotted yet. There's one. Can't get the follow-up. And now NiP picking him apart.
That's a very important kill for Draken. And Issa unable to help out his teammate in time. A little bit unfortunate there. deadfox not quite sneaking in. Could have tried to stop the bomb plant. Woxic going down to Draken. And now it's a 2-on-2. Angel making enough noise that Dennis will have heard that, and he's already moving up behind. If Dennis gets the kill on anyone here, that's going to be absolutely huge. Angel now coming back. He may have either heard it or just felt like something is a little bit off. That smoke is going to be big now. The defuse is happening, and Dennis just trying to get through. That is the power of having just one smoke at the end. Otherwise, every chance that Dennis could have had an impact there, but great round for HellRaisers. 6-2. And remember, they are fighting for a third map at the moment.
Yeah, and I think, well, part of the problem, well, maybe not problem, but just one of the unfortunate circumstances in that round, Get Right had to plant safe. They didn't have a clean enough take onto that A bomb site for him to plant for Dennis in middle. So Dennis had to just push through that smoke in that fashion. He was hoping he could pick one across that AWPer when he came from CT spawn, or find Angel on the stairs or somewhere out in the open, but when that smoke goes down, his hand is kind of forced to make that sort of a play with the bomb deep into the site. He's just putting together a very solid defense. Looking good here, up 6-2, and they force NiP back onto the pistols.
See if they can have any kind of an impact. I mean, even without the armor, some of those deals, you find a headshot, you make sure HellRaisers don't have too much of a bank going into some of these later rounds. It really does make a difference towards the end of the game, or the end of the half at least. And HellRaisers are looking really good at the moment. Just between Bondik and Woxic playing as well as they are, that seems to be enough right now to put up a solid defense.
That's a great recipe, especially considering those are the guys primarily at this A bomb site holding it down. So if you have one of the bomb sites shut off due to the stellar play of two defenders.
Does that mean we've just solved the puzzle for NiP about where they should go?
I mean, in a way. We'll see if it has success. I mean, they did have that fast-paced mid-round that they kind of took advantage of. Can't do that every single time, though. Ooh, that's a great shot from Draken, but I don't think you can really build upon it. Nice headshot from Angel, and he's low. He's trying to get out of the way of this CZ. It's not going to happen, but Issa's there fast enough to prevent the plan to find that final kill. I mean, you can't just do fast-paced. You can't do splits towards that B bomb site the entire time, right? Eventually, you're going to have success at that A bomb site just so you can keep the defense honest. Like if they shut you down today every single time, then you can start getting that situation where you float Woxic towards connector, towards window room way more frequently. Especially that round of Bondik killing 3 is going to wreak havoc on the minds of NiP.
Yeah, you don't want to experience that too many times in one half. Late grenade to top mid, not really, well, 1 point of damage. Not even sure what would do that. Tiny bit of shrapnel.
Tiny bit.
Bomb still dropped all the way back, and again, NiP, they're really anticipating. They're expecting that HellRaisers are going to be more aggressive than they actually are.
I think it's also partially just an easy setup, this default setup for a map that they're probably not necessarily too comfortable with. It is interesting to see, though. HellRaisers, all the success they've had today, we mentioned what it would allow them to do to have a lean towards middle or the B bomb site. They're actually leaning towards A once again, anticipating some kind of a hit towards that bomb site from NiP. It's only deadfox who's anywhere near the B bomb site. Everyone from HellRaisers on the A side of the map. They've got to find the information out quick. I'm wondering what the rotation will be if deadfox actually spots someone. I think he's seen Dennis. A little bit of a fight going on there. No one budging for HellRaisers.
Who's going to go and pick up the bomb, I wonder, because now the clock is running kind of low here. 40 seconds. Get Right, I guess, is going to be the one to do it, but I think you can really tell that NiP are not feeling at home on this map. Like, there's something off about the way that they're moving around and the timings that they're trying to hit at the moment. Not looking very convincing. That is great, though.
Now, this is the problem with this lean towards the A bomb site for HellRaisers. No one really was having eyes on mid. Draken was allowed to walk up with that AWP leg shot and a nade to finish the defender in A. Dead Fox, he's all alone here. Isa's just gotten over, and he's going to find one more, and there's the reinforcements just in time, but it's only a 2-on-2.
Oh, who tossed that flashbang? Was that Isa? Helping out. That was a brilliant flashbang to get that peek in. It's going to be a 2-on-2. You're right. The bomb is just down. Plenty of time now for the flank to come in. Bondik, he saved them so many times, and got to think with Woxic and Bondik playing this well, good chance that maybe HellRaisers can do this, and that would certainly put them heavily in the lead. NiP must hold on to this round. Bondik hasn't been spotted just yet. Now he's made his way very far. There's Woxic with one kill and Bondik with the other one. Perfect timing, jumping right onto that defuse. Plenty of time for it as well. 8-2 in favor of HellRaisers, and they're looking so good right now.
Nice patience from Woxic, allowing that flank to really come to fruition as well. GetRight never able to spot it out. He was peeking back and just keeping his eye on it, but the pathing that Bondik took kept him out of the vision of GetRight. 8-2 now. This is NiP winning the pistol as well, and from there it's been all downhill. Talked about on Overpass a couple rounds that HellRaisers, gave the opportunity for NiP to get into this game. I mean, the first two were a couple of gifts from NiP given to HellRaisers, with the bomb being dropped back towards the stairs, and at least in the second round, HellRaisers is able to win it out. It's been no looking back from there.
No, this is shaping up to be a bit of a disaster. Oh. It probably would be good for NiP if they could start to put Mirage into the map pool a bit more, since there are so many teams that play it, and could be a little bit tricky if you just continuously can't. But certainly feels like if they have done work on it, then it hasn't been quite enough yet.
No, and that's gonna really not help anything. Double kill from Isa, nice push. Follow the flashbang as well to help out, and Forrest is left alone at top mid. Dennis looking for an ISO fight here towards the B bomb site. He's got Dead Fox where he wants him. There's the jump. Good recovery from Dead Fox. Awkward situation. Baits out the shot, but buys enough time for Angel to turn around. Neither Forrest or GetRight are in any kind of position to take advantage of that kill or build upon it. Forrest gonna have to win this fight and not ready for that angle.
Here's the other thing. If NiP had put a little bit more work into the map, I would have expected that most of the results were going to happen on T side early on.
Yeah.
And then, because I think usually that is what happens when you start to play a new map, is that you find it a little bit easier playing T side, and then CT side usually takes a bit more work, and yeah, there's a complicated number of reasons why that is, but I think that is the trend normally.
Nice kills from Isa, and the follow-up just back towards connector. Pretty nasty angle that Forrest isn't aware of. And it's just to see Zeds in the Deagle. I think this may be just a B hit. You can see 4 players heading into those halls. Just want to do a standard execute there. GetRight lurking over towards A. Ooh, there's the jump. There's the opportunity as well. Angel brought down to 26. Dennis would have loved to have had that one.
Yeah, that would have been really good, wouldn't it? She sent 75 instead of a Deagle, I guess. But
I think they see it coming as well. Angel's called Woxic over. You have Dead Fox on Catwalk. Now, those are the 2 AWPs, so it might be tough at times against these pistols if they can swarm, but these ops have to ring out to keep them back. Keep space, control the bomb site. The plant is going to go down.
Woxic not wanting to risk it, and I don't think he should either. Running into that bomb site alone might have been very dangerous. Dead Fox somehow goes down over at the catwalk, and a follow-up kill from GetRight taking down Isa. This is weirdly spiraling out of control, and NiP are going to win it with nothing but pistols and a couple of grenades. We talked about giveaways, and I'm not willing to say that it's a big problem for HellRaisers yet, but that's obviously a little bit upsetting.
That one hurts. I think part of it is because the two players supporting Dead Fox, or not Dead Fox, actually, yeah, it was Dead Fox, wasn't it?
Yeah, over a B.
Yeah. I mean, the 2 players had the AWP, on Catwalk and in Market. So you're not able to really make a whole lot of progress into the bomb site. I think if Woxic was a player with an M4, you could have seen him push up, wrap around, maybe try and prevent that bomb plant, just get a different stance that allows you to actually get into a fight. The op is just too unwieldy. And obviously from Catwalk, there's the wall of smoke set up that prevent you from getting any vision, any glimpse into the bomb site.
Bit of a tactical call here for NiP to try and get themselves under control after finally winning a 3rd round. If they can make this 9-6, it'd be quite interesting. I mean, then I think got a game.
This timeout is obviously NiP realizing they need to be able to build upon this. That's the opening that they needed. That 1 round right there. They have the money low on HellRaisers, so a reset here, and that 9-6 is looking very likely as Ugly as this half has looked at times, as desperate as it seems for NiP to a certain degree, this would be great, and there's a mistake from Issa. Rez going to come right through it, not getting hit by any of those bullets, and he's super happy to take that fight.
Yeah, that's great news. NiP, a little bit of control here. Just making it out of the line of fire there. Get right down to 45 health, but they have everything they wanted to say. Bomb site. One good smoke towards CT spawn, and they can put this bomb down with no interruptions.
This is the product of them winning that fast round, splitting the B bomb site up catwalk just a little bit ago, but they've slowed things down, NiP. Now they're moving in. They have the smokes down, but Woxic, he's got the headshot over towards Dennis. Nothing in CT spawn to make him uncomfortable. He's going to have more chances, but that's just too much utility, too many bodies being thrown at him. And NiP, they're going to get into this site. It's a 3-on-2, a chance still for HellRaisers, but it's a desperate scenario. Remember, they have no money as well. They need to be careful if they actually end up going for this. These are the only weapons they'd have in the next round.
Yeah, that makes a big difference. You can tell that they are pretty confident at the moment, maybe too much so. That's a great flashbang. Get right, going to be able to pick it up at the third one as well. Sorry, the double. Thought he stole another one in there, but still not bad at all. A couple of smiles there. E4 is laughing as well. So 9-4, and NiP bringing it back a little bit. That's all the money for HellRaisers gone. You're right.
Yeah, that's the win that NiP needed. This is now looking like they've just salvaged the half. They should get, I'm not going to say an easy one. They did lose the second round after winning the pistol. But I don't even think HellRaisers didn't even have enough money to really invest into armor with these pistols. So 1 CZ, 1 Deagle, 1 P250, and 2 USPs. As HellRaisers try and scrap together the best possible buy they can in the next round, it's not going to be much. NiP somehow found themselves in a scenario where they can get up to 6.
I feel like what's really weird about this is that there's been so many rounds where NiP have successfully got mid and even ladder room control, which normally is not that easy to get on the T side. So I feel like there's been a bunch of rounds where they've accomplished the really difficult goals, but then they haven't converted them into anything. So just an overall strange first half here. This is no problem though. AK versus unarmored targets. Woxic actually making his way down the ladder to get a double kill. Thought he was going to die much sooner than that, and now it's a 2-on-2. I have no idea how it's got to this, and they're going to lose Rez. Now just Draken left, trapped in the corner with the AWP, looking for the kill. Going to miss the first chance there. Deagle is out, and now he's looking for Iza. They should not even be close to losing this, but somehow HellRaisers have made an impact.
This is huge. Draken going to fake the bomb plant, look for the peak, but Issa too smart for that. He knows it's coming. Peering out the edge of those stairs. 35 seconds left as they both get patient. See who's going to lose their nerve first. This would be huge for HellRaisers. Draken, 33 HP against the AK-47, unarmored. Issa's swinging out a little bit wider, and still they haven't spotted each other whatsoever, so Draken wants to get more aggressive in his investigation, and that's going to be the end of him. A good win from Issa, just very, very patient in the way he played that, and NiP lets another one slip away. That's 2 anti-ecos they've lost now.
That's kind of unforgivable. It's
not kind of. It is.
Definitely unforgivable.
It is unforgivable.
If you were on this team now, you wouldn't, even going back to the hotel, you'd just be...
No forgiveness.
I'm going to bed, guys.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk. I'll see you at breakfast.
It's the fact that Woxic, 1 kill is fine, but then he sort of, strolls down the ladder and gets 1 more. And it seemed like they all assumed that he would be dead, like 3 people just said, oh, it's not going to be a problem. This is a good opening, though. Dennis speeding it up. Angel will get 1 in return really swiftly, but trying to hunt down Woxic. He's going to take 1 kill with him. Finally, Get Right going to take care of him. Still a 2-on-3 here. Deep Molotov to force Dead Fox back.
Oh, look at Bondik. He's on A ramp. This is a scary situation to be in. The bomb's going to get planted. Bondik can't peek. He can't stop this whatsoever. The smoke's still there. He's trying to be patient. Woxic has just been so costly to hunt down in this game. Bondik now peering up A ramp. He's got to find 1. Take the attention of Draken away, but Draken hears the footsteps, sees the shadow. That's the kill, and Bondik surely not going to win this 1 versus 3. No kit as well. They've all got to come out quick, and it's not going to happen. NiP get towards 5.
It's not that many rounds, but I feel like it's more than they deserve. Can you say that? Are you allowed to say that?
Yeah, I think they're going to be happy with 5. I think they obviously that last one is going to be tough. That was like an open pathway to get up to get to 6 rounds, which is kind of tough. But 5 is doable.
Yeah, I would say this is a confused NiP on T side Mirage.
Yeah, I mean the fast plays worked really well in mid.
Yeah,
they just didn't do them too frequently, did they?
Want to give HellRaisers a chance?
Even another round that they lost where they went fast mid and got up connector, I mean, they ended up losing out in the clutch against Guns, but, I mean, it worked. It got the bomb planted, right? And they just didn't secure that. But the story of that half for NiP, obviously, is that could have been a much better half. They don't lose the second round. They don't lose that second force buy or anti-force buy against HellRaisers.
Yeah. Yeah, some big giveaways. We'll see how it goes in the second half here. Second map, and NiP would love to win the pistol round. Dennis is going to be put to the test. We do talk a lot about his sort of powers of the pistol and how good he is at using it. I think we're gonna get a chance to see a real demonstration here as they do put 4 people coming out the ramp. He's gonna fall back immediately. Does not want to fight everybody head on. There's one shot from Draken, and Rez trying to get a little bit lucky through the smoke, lining it up, jumping on top. Woxic trying to push him back, and no bomb plant yet. There's Draken with another one. There it finally goes, and now it's a 5-on-2 for the retake. Should be very doable indeed. Draken having a great round with the triple before he goes down, and now just Isa left. 1 versus 3. He's got the P250 in hand, needs a lot of headshots. He's going to get none of them, and that will be the round for NiP.
Disgusting round from Draken. That is so difficult to hold that position when they're applying pressure to it, and we see that a really popular strategy on T-pistol rounds at the moment is smoke deep towards connector, and then you just push towards jungle. You take control of that, you plant for the front of the box, and it's usually a pretty solid win from there, but for Draken to hold on in that fashion is really, really nice. Now with the plant, HellRaisers can save here. We saw him do a tactical purchase on Overpass, and win it out with Woxic with 4 kills with a 1 AK-47. But I think here they're just going to save this round as per usual on the T side and buy the rifles in the next. 2 flashes though.
A couple of flashes, yeah. That could be enough to just, you know, push in, get a kill, get a bomb plant down.
It's all down to timing on Get Right, right? If that first one catches him, it can be so tough, and he's turned away. And the second one kind of catches him, just got to fall back. He has that M4, he sees Angel wrapping around him. A little bit of a struggle on that kill, but he follows it up with a second. Almost transfers over. It's Forrest who's in danger now, and he's spinning. Got the reinforcements coming very quickly, and obviously they need to save both those M4s if possible.
Yeah, that almost worked better than I was expecting.
Yeah.
It looked like Get Right was about to be run over. A little bit of a shame that it's smoke that he throws down, and, you know, it could have, if it had been a Molotov, maybe it could have bought a little bit more space for him.
Yeah.
Regardless, 10-7 is the scoreline, and now there are AKs back in the hands of HellRaisers. We'll see how they do here. I mean, if they can establish control early on and sort of win the first buy round, I think they're going to be in a great position to take this map and bring us onto a third map. If not, then it'll be interesting to see how NiP do when they get AWPs and maybe even double AWP.
Oh, Forrest, this is beautiful. A taste of their own medicine. HellRaisers did this to him a couple times in the first half. Get Right just needs to hold on by a little bit of time. Forrest has already pounced. Look at the damage. The nade is going to do it. Finds Bondic. Angel coming from behind, and Issa's got to come back, but Forrest is just winning everything. He is unstoppable at the moment and spraying through. Almost even finds that final kill. 3 for Forrest in the round so far. This is a beautiful play from him.
Yeah, he just walking up the ladder as they were walking the other way, and he heard them. They had no idea what was coming. That was devastating in every way possible. That's sort of a round where HellRaisers don't even necessarily learn anything about the setup. Like, they didn't even get a chance to sort of get some great info about what was going on, you know? It's just gone. Dennis with the kill.
Yeah, and it is a bit... It probably makes you feel uneasy if you're a HellRaisers fan watching this game to see another time they've just gone heavy towards that B bomb site right off the bat. 4 players there, I think it was. 5 was the 5th was coming back from to try and flank Forrest, but
yeah,
that's got to be a little bit frightening for you if that's the kind of opening that HellRaisers had. Obviously, not panning out the way they would have liked it. We'll see if they can kind of build upon something. That's just the start of their playbook.
I mean, we talked about how NiP were looking lost on the T side, but there's no guarantee that HellRaisers are gonna look much more in tune at all.
No, and I mean, the scary part is when you have this kind of inexperience on a map where it's not that great for either one of these teams, it's this kind of CT side aggression that can really be painful when you lose track of where players are pushing, or the timing of a flank coming in, or the timing of where they can be at those stairs. Because we saw that stairs push that Forrest just do. HellRaisers executed it perfectly a couple times as well in the first half, so if you're HellRaisers and NiP's just pushing all across the map, you need to increase your focus level.
Woxic could get a single deagle kill somewhere here. That would certainly help out a lot, but that's not going to happen. Instead, Rez will have a fairly eventful round with 4 kills. Even though they were against no armor or anything, still feels pretty good.
It all counts, Anders.
It all counts.
9-10. NiP with a 4-round run.
Yeah, get right in res now at the top of the scoreboard, but everyone is pretty much evened out there on the NiP side. It's not like there's a big discrepancy going on either. Woxic with the AWP, that might be a great tool to get them back in the game. I think he's proved his worth at this point in the series.
He's been phenomenal. He's been really, really solid. This is going to be a much more standard round from NiP, although Draken holding Palace is huge. If he can hold the line here, he's got an AWP, and Issa looks like he wants the challenge. He's going to back away. Has a lot of information to have, though, if you're NiP, knowing that Palace is clear. At least for the moment. And again, both these teams playing mid pretty passively, allowing it to go over. And now, because there's no presence, Tennis wants to push in, and he's going to find one. That's a nice headshot immediately onto Issa. No response. HellRaisers rotating the bomb back. They wanted that extra player there in Palace, and it's just not to be. 2 players in mid, 2 players at A ramp. Going to be a tough hit for HellRaisers to make work.
Yeah, especially with the lack of utility. I mean, they've got 1 smoke, so they can either smoke off CT spawn or jungle, but not both, and that's always a problem when you have to make that kind of choice. Under a minute now. Trying for the flick, not really connecting, but Bondig is doing a good job, and Angel as well. Making their way onto the site. It's still a 3-on-3. That's a very elevated flashbang. And jumping up, actually. Draken not really ready for it. Angel making his back. Oh, it looked like he got stuck on the corner there. That could have cost his life. It's still a 2-on-2. And now with the bomb down as well. Can they make this one work? Get Right's going to be down. And now Forrest trying to follow it up. But Bondik, that position at the edge of the smoke. Just Forrest, no chance to see it. Big round win for HellRaisers.
Yeah, over the top of the smoke as well. Really well done. The aggressiveness of that defense. Dennis just kind of roaming around first in towards Palace, then getting aggressive towards top ramp. Didn't clear that second player after finding the Alper. Gets punished by Bondik. 16 and 13 for Get Right, 16 and 14 for Rez, and on the other side it's Issa leading with 17 and 13. NiP, plenty of money to buy back into this, and even the next one, more than likely, they have 3 players who can purchase up, so I believe they would force in the next round if they were to lose this. Maybe a misread by Dead Fox, bringing a MAC-10 into this round.
Bomb being dropped at the moment. We've seen that from NiP when they were on the T side, so not really that uncommon. Just holding on. Still maybe expecting that NiP were going to be aggressive in this round, which it's a valid concern.
They are a little bit. They have been probing towards mid. Bondik's obviously been taken down by some utility and to extinguish a Molotov at the top boxes. He's down to 41 HP. 1 smoke left on the HellRaisers side. And they haven't even really gained any ground, have they? Unfortunately for them, NiP doesn't play that aggressive style of mid control deep into these rounds or any kind of delayed mid presence.
Yeah, in fact, NiP don't actually know much about what's going on. Like, there's no one's peeked in towards the ramp, so they don't know if anyone's there on the A side. Get Right's kind of jumping into the hallways, but that doesn't really count that much. He can't really know if there's a lot of people around the corner, so they're going to find out right about now. So going to be at least 1 grenade and a Molotov followed up there to try and put a little bit of pressure on that A bomb side as they make their way around the catwalk towards the B. Get Right is going to be in a world of trouble. He does have a Molotov, and that could be big. There's a little bit of a spray coming in. Woxic actually getting the kill on Rez after taking a lot of damage. Get Right turning around, almost getting shot in the back. Dead Fox nearly had the timing perfect there, and Forrest is going to call it in. Get Right not receiving the call quick enough, and somehow the MAC-10 prevails. I don't even know what to say.
They can still lose this. Draken's here at the A-bomb, so he can stop this plant. This would be huge if he finds it. He needs to connect. There's only... Oh, that would have taken the time down.
Yeah.
That would have been huge. Still a chance for Draken, and it's almost like HellRaisers, the fake, worked too well.
Yeah, he could have actually won the 1 versus 4 in 1 bullet. But how does the MAC-10 beat both Get Right and Forrest with... I get that there was a little bit... There was almost no time when he jumped down, but that was a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, well, obviously it wins against Get Right because he's not even looking, right? He doesn't get a chance to fight. I think Forrest in a position, and he spots it out, but he's not in position, like the pillar's just blocking his view too much to actually take the fight. And then the spin on Forrest is great with that MAC-10, and that maybe is just a little bit of luck. And NiP chooses not to force up into this round. I thought they might. They were just kind of on the edge of being able to do it, but at 9-12, they're going to trust in their defensive capabilities and believe they can come back from a 4-round deficit. A lot of pressure being applied over towards the B bomb site. Forrest has the only deagle. Bondik's going to get tagged up pretty low, which might force them back towards the A bomb site, which would be much easier. Only Draken here to defend a top connector.
Familiar sound.
maybe nightmares for you. I hear you had some Windows 10 troubles.
Don't even remind me. I lost 2 days of my life.
You probably deserved it. Nice shot from Forrest.
My God, what? Where did this even happen? I definitely did not deserve it, and
Okay.
I will be invoicing Microsoft for my
Lost time. You're charging for 2 days.
Just, it's so outrageous. Because it gets to the point where it doesn't ask you if you want to update; it just tells you.
I have that on my laptop at the moment, and I'm very afraid to let it happen. I don't know what I'm supposed to do to stop it.
Well, the
I
positive.
just keep delaying it by like an hour every single time.
Yeah, but eventually you can't.
Yeah.
Eventually it'll tell you your next restart. That's it. But there's a positive. I'll show you, Moses. There's some software you can download to stop the Windows updates, and I'm so happy I found that out. Oh, yes. Well, yeah, 2 days in pure hell. It was good. 13-9 at the 23rd round. I bet NiP are wishing that some of HellRaisers would get one of those Windows updates right now, because that would really help them
Just
out.
crash the computer real quick.
Yeah.
Make the sensitivity all different. Well, they got to start here, and this is what they save for. They can have this better buy. Faith in the defensive theories they've set up coming into this map, and this time it's going to be aggression again. Draken jumping over with the M4, not with an AWP. That's on Dennis, who takes it at the A-bomb site, back towards the ticket booth. And silence across the map, actually. No pressure coming in from HellRaisers. Issa and Palace. 4 players towards these B halls. Angel, I believe, in underpass, and Dead Fox and Woxic above.
I'm a little bit disappointed that NiP aren't trying. I realize they tried for some of the aggression in underpass with Forest, for instance, but there are so many ways to swap it around, you know. Put 2 people in the apartments, 2 people pushing the A ramp, 3 people in the middle, you know, just anything like that.
I think a lot of that comes down to discomfort on the map and maybe just a lack of confidence in how that works.
It feels like that's what we're seeing right now, but as a result, HellRaisers get all the movement in the world and almost no signal this is coming for NiP. They just don't even know it yet. Get right sneaking in, though. Is he going to find the timing? He gets one, turning around. That's a great double kill before he finally goes down to Dead Fox. Forrest running in with a single one, dropping the bomb as Draken, and he's going to take Woxic with him as well. Somehow, they didn't check the corner, and I thought for sure when Get Right walked out of there would have been a third player sort of right on top of him, but he had just the timing to get that done. 10-13.
The third player was the one clearing all the corners and doing the due diligence that the first 2 didn't do because they jumped out of the window, so he was taking his time. I thought Gerrit was done when he got flashed, but that's a beautiful play. The double kill just causes so much chaos, opens the opportunity for Forrest to come through, and NiP at that point, when HellRaisers isn't solidified inside the bomb site and it's all crazy and hectic, NiP can just throw bodies at the problem and wins him the round. HellRaisers again going back to it, though. Woxic going to be more aggressive towards this B bomb site. There's Get Right, the pre-fire right through the wall. I believe he saw it coming. That is a great win for him.
Yeah, had the grenade sort of thrown in as well. Could have maybe caused a little bit of trouble for Woxic, although Angel get a good refrag on one. There's Forrest with a re again, taking down Angel. So 2-for-1 trade favoring the NiP team. And if they can win this round, it does get a little bit more interesting. HellRaisers have got to be running out of money soon.
Tough position for Rez to be in at the moment, over towards jungle with no smoke to really put up in towards Palace. Susceptible to 3 different angles at the moment. He's got Forrest helping him out in the ladder room. Here comes the hit, though. Up A ramp. The AWP from NiP is in CT spawn. There is a couple smokes to block him off, but it's going to be a Molotov instead. They want to force him into the open. Dennis just watching the sliver for Issa to come out, and now I think he's got to. But Rez is going to keep him in, but now there's the kill, and the AWP from Dennis can ring out. Issa being brought down low, and it's Dead Fox doing all the work, and now Get Right. It's his turn up to the plate.
That looked like it was about to spiral way out of control for NiP. They were losing players left and right. Flick attempted, but Dead Fox not going to be able to connect, and instead Get Right will pick up the triple, and it will be 11-13. NiP starting to really fight their way back, and now it's HellRaisers in with a tactical timeout. Moses, if you had to add the word smart to any kind of device that's currently available and sort of make it better, like smartphone or something, smart fridge.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
What would it be? Just something that you use in your life that would be better if it had the word smart available.
That's an intriguing question. There's a lot of ways to go with this one.
Yeah? You want a round or two to think about it?
I tell you, just by like straight up word association, like what if it was like a smart condom that just automatically put itself on?
Yeah,
That'd be very useful, I feel.
those could have a lot of utility. I feel like. Yeah.
That was I don't know why. It was just the first thing that popped in my head.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised in the least. But there you go. Thinking about the new young generation, want to keep them safe and all that. It's good thinking.
Yeah, not ready for that one quite yet. I've seen what you go through. I've seen what my brother's going through. I don't need any more of that.
Any little Moses? I think that would be absolutely great. I'm strongly encouraging it.
Well, you love to see this kind of momentum being built by NiP at this stage in the game, because they did have that round they could have forced spot, but they showed the confidence and the faith in their defense to be able to sustain and be able to build upon it, and they're doing just that.
13-12, and honestly, at this point, starting to get a little bit nervous for HellRaisers. Some of these rounds have looked a bit strange, and it's the fact that we've got sort of the trifecta at the moment of Forest, Get Right, and Rez that are sort of starting to come alive a little bit. That definitely is powerful. That's going to hurt every single time.
Yeah, well, it's funny, too, because the Alpers aren't even the ones doing the damage, right? A lot of times you'll see them whittle down kind of disorganized Terracide teams. And look at this. Here's the play. Now we're starting to see NiP go deep into the playbook. They see nothing in mid. They have control. Now they have to rotate some players back towards A. It's going to be a fast flank from Rez when the hit comes in. Dennis and Drekken are both there with the Ops. They can play it passively. If they just pick off one or two, this round is over, because no one will be left to watch the flank.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. A minute. Oh, Drekken, he gets the shot off in time. I thought he was going to go down beforehand. Woxic with the instant return, but the fact that he got that one kill is huge, and Rez is all the way up in those A apartments. If they just wait, all they need to win this round, NiP, is communication. If they can draw a little bit of attention away, then Rez can absolutely pounce and close out this game, or at least this round, right away. Dennis now walking in, and there's a little bit of noise. Rez going to open it up with the kill on Dead Fox, and 2 on 4. Isa knows he has to do something, anything at this point, but it's not going to work. And now it's on Woxic, 1 versus 4. They're already on the bomb, trying to see if they can get that defuse in. He's going to get 2 great kills. He just did not have enough time. I mean, that's a brave effort, but ultimately, it's going to be another round for NiP here. 13-13 as they tie up the game.
That's so well done. And HellRaisers, they were just delayed by that smoke, scared to come through it, and they ramp it with good cause. They obviously had no intel of how aggressive the mid push was. If they had hit that bomb site for any of like the first 15 seconds of that round, they'd probably just get a clean win out of it. But it's when the flank starts to come to fruition, when the player over at the B bomb site goes down, and then obviously the follow-up where Draken gets that 1 kill as they come up the ramp. That's huge. No one's able to watch the flank. 13-13. Good play from NiP. Starting to really confuse this HellRaisers offense that was already struggling. They've only gotten 3 rounds in this half. And you can see some of the frustration in this pause. Head and hands all tied up as NiP has come back in a big, big way. 4 straight for them.
Double orb as well. All the utility that you could possibly wish for on the CT side. And HellRaisers have not really found that many weaknesses at the moment. I do love the aggressive push to top mid for NiP. That's the sort of stuff that I wish they'd do a little bit more, but I'm glad they did it in that round, and maybe they can keep changing it up this time. They actually are putting 3 people straight in the B bomb side. This might be one of the best calls so far this game, although Angel with the instant opening, that might be enough. Get Right going to get the 1 kill there. The Molotov is going to be in time. They do run into a bit of a crossfire, and Get Right picking up more kills. Now it's a double, and Forrest will close it on out. Double for him as well. That's just such a good call.
What a tactical outplay from NiP. They even had that 4th player there so quickly, because that pick is great, but it comes out before they're even ready to hit the bomb site. So NiP's obviously going to jump on the rotate, and it's just a massive amount of players. Utility usage, even the Molotov coming in late, but the nade is beautifully timed. First player for HellRaisers goes down, just buys more space for NiP to work with. They're on the verge of taking this one. Going to have a lighter opposition in this against HellRaisers in this round, this 28th, as it's just 4 CZs and a Deagle. And it's got to be a hit towards the A bomb site. This time, though, it's a good read from HellRaisers. Going towards A, there's only 1 player here. It's Dennis again playing retake. Pop flash up mid. Angel goes down, and now he's just got to tell his team to move forward. They just have to go.
Yeah,
but
once you get found out to that extent, then you might as well do something. This is obviously an easy enough read for NiP, and there should be no chance for a bomb plant in this round. HellRaisers, they've already expended all of their flashbangs, or all of their smokes at least, and Dennis is just having a great time. Picking up a couple of kills before Woxic will take him down. But this is going to be 15 rounds. This is going to be a match and map point now for NiP.
Yeah, it is. And it's a really nice recovery in this form, especially considering the first half didn't go well. Both these teams looking a little bit sloppy on their offensive sides, but obviously the recovery as well, because all that being said, HellRaisers had a decent lead for some time there. It's what, 13-9, I believe it was at one point. Woxic down to 2 health. Not long for this world, and Get Right putting together a very nice game. 26 kills, 16 deaths. Starting this game off with that, where was it this? Yeah, it was the game. It was the 1v1 clutch he had in T-side pistol round.
Indeed, indeed.
Looking to close it as well.
Brings a tier to your eye, doesn't it, Moses?
Really quick before freestyle ends, what was your smart device to upgrade? Did you have something, or was that just like?
No, I was just trying to figure something out. Okay. I'd go maybe like a smart pillow. I feel like that'd be nice.
Okay.
Temperature control pillow, you know?
Yeah. Well, smoke misses in window, and I think that might just punish them. Actually, it maybe helps them out. Double peek comes in, and Rez not able to complete any of the kills, so HellRaisers, ooh, a 5-on-3 advantage now as Woxic gets another pick. So many smokes used in middle. It's netted 2 kills, and HellRaisers, if they want to go to overtime, they cannot. Well, obviously they can't lose this round, but certainly it's just going to be so crushing if you lose this round 5-on-3.
That would be the ultimate letdown. More stuff to discuss back in the hotel. They should be able to clean it up nicely. They've got Dead Fox here as sort of an insurance once they get through on the other side, and he actually gets caught somehow. Forrest took a lot of bullets, but eventually it happens, and Draken are going to be picking off Angel. What have you done, Moses? Now it's another kill coming in from Isa at least, and no bomb plant yet, but still 50 seconds to make it happen, and now it's all on Get Right, 1 versus 3. They should have everything they need. He gets a grenade in on one, and can he get Bondic crossing on over? He's even going to try. There's a good smoke, and now they should have the perfect setup. Oh my god. This is so close, isn't it? If he gets that kill with the follow-up Molotov on Woxic, it just might be doable. Get Right, walking his way back on in. He's got a kit, but he needs to be very quick right now. Otherwise, he's simply going to run out of time in this one. Oh, he spotted the corpse as well. That's going to give it all away. Misses the opportunity, and I think that was his last chance right there. Going to crouch it on in, but Woxic will take him down. I don't know. That could have actually worked out.
Yeah, it really could have. Even the dead body kind of going against him. Everything going against Get Right in that round. Timeout called for NiP heading into the 30th round. Obviously, you really want to avoid overtime on this map at the moment if you're either one of these teams. HellRaisers praying for it just because they have to stay in this series.
If you're NiP and you get into overtime and lose it, you just know that's gonna mess with your third map as well a little bit, you know? Just like, oh, come on, you know?
I don't know. I mean, as much as Yanko was joking a little bit about the games played with Get Right, like, these are some of the most experienced players between Get Right, Forrest, and Dennis.
True.
I don't think they'll be phased whatsoever.
No, but I still feel like, you know, you do end up spending a lot of energy getting back into a game like this one. Yeah. And then if it has to go into overtime and you still can't really win it, it's like, oh, come on, you know? Just could have been, should have been.
Well, one more chance for the Ninjas. 1 AWP on Draken. We've seen them with the double op setup for a good amount of their CT sign. 1 on Dennis, 1 on Draken. I think they've kind of gone away from that here towards the end. Let's see where they take it, though. Cannot afford to lose that. There's the Molotov, and it doesn't really do its job. A bounce a little bit awkwardly. Still makes that smoke effective. Dead Fox need a little bit of nade damage early. No picks coming out this time. It's a full 5-on-5, and NiP's got to be happy about that. Draken trusting his abilities for the flick, but oh, Angel with 2 entries. That is huge. What a play. And Dennis, last man standing at the safe bomb site. Now this gets tricky. Bomb is rotating back on Woxic, and they haven't cleared Dennis out. They probably have no idea he's there. He can put a stop to all of this.
If he takes it down the ramp, but it looks like he's going up in the apartments instead, so Dennis is just going to be calling it in and saying, well, yeah, the bomb's coming apartments. I just can't really do anything. And Angel going to go and check it out. What a time for Angel to pull this one out of the hat. Now it's Forrest and Get Right, probably just wondering, just what can we do to stop anything like that? Very impressive. Get Right going to get 1 kill on Angel, still a 2-on-3, and Dead Fox a little bit aggressive. I'm not sure. He could have probably just stuck around, but instead he goes for the peek, and now it's a 2-on-2.
It's Forrest and Get Right. Name a more iconic duo than these guys in a clutch to prevent overtime. Moving in, Woxic with the AWP, peering towards top steps, and here comes the utility use. This is the go signal for NiP.
Yeah, this is one of you want to see the decade of experience coming into play in this sort of situation. He's going to get one good headshot and get right, on Forrest, leaving Forrest alone, just trying to see if he can maybe find a way back into this round. There's the one tap, jumping up to look for it. Woxy is in the corner with the AWP. He's going to win it. Pistols out instead. That was enough. And Forrest,
oh no,
he's not loving it at all. My God, that could have maybe worked out. 3 versus 5, but ultimately it will be HellRaisers bringing us to overtime, which is, after all, good news. Who doesn't love overtime?
The reaction, the difference between Woxic, you could see on the small screen when he wins that, just the exhale, the full exhale, hands off the keyboard and mouse. Forrest as well, ripping everything off and just say, is this close? 15-15, a great comeback from NiP, down 9 to 13 at one point, and then an even better comeback from HellRaisers when it all looked lost, when their T side looked disorganized. They flipped the switch, find a way back into the game. So we are going to go to overtime. Remember, it's MR3, 3 rounds per overtime half, and 16K as well. We've got all the rounds for you, ladies and gentlemen, here at the end of StarSeries Season 5, Day 1.
All of the rounds. It is getting a little bit late. Local time, it's just, 11:15 in the evening. So that's worth thinking about too. I mean, obviously these players will have been, they could have slept in if they wanted to. But I feel like I saw some of them earlier on. So, yeah.
Surprisingly not easy to sleep in when you travel, I find.
Are you speaking from personal experience there, Moses?
Yeah.
I can't actually remember the last event I saw you at where you said, yeah, I just feel well rested and everything's good.
No, it's...
So I'm really jet lagged and my day night is completely reversed and,
I'm doing a good job these days of doing like the one day of misery and then I'm good to go, but early wake up today. All tied up. We'll see how it goes. Rez and Dennis over towards that A bomb site. 2 players on catwalk. Draken and Forrest are going to push it. Here's the op. Bondik's already crossed over. They got to be careful. The double peek, they were actually lined up for a moment. I don't think they realized Bondik's got over. That could throw him for a loop if he peeks at an awkward situation. Nade going to come out towards those boxes, so are aware of the possibility. Molotov as well to force him out. He's got to use the smoke early. Actually, I think a second smoke is used by HellRaisers as well. That's a lot of utility forced out by NiP early.
Angel taking a little bit of grenade damage. Rez still going down. Angel coming alive in some of these late rounds. Finding an opening kill after that kind of awkward battle in the beginning, that's just going to help you team out so much. And now trying to see if they can get towards that B bomb site. Get right is there, but he only has a smoke. No Molotov or anything else to try and buy time with. So if they go quick, they just might be able to get it in time, especially if they have that one smoke to block out Draken.
Forrest wants the info, though. He wants to know what's coming. He's going to be in connector. Gets the early shot on towards Angel. Now they have to move forward. Get Right's going to spot it out, but no time for the smoke. He's just got to get away. Smoke down at the site. So is the flashbang. Issa wraps in, but he can't get the kill. There's the op from Catwalk. Support coming in from range. And Woxic is going to try and grab the angle, but he's got to do so much more, and he's starting to build upon it.
God, he's only got 29 health and 29 seconds. Shouldn't really be possible. Again, he's so locked in that any attempt to try and put the bomb down should result in almost immediate death. He's got the double, needs the quad kill to try and save his team here in the first round of overtime. He snuck his way all the way through, turning his back in 10 seconds now. He can't actually even fake the plant. He has to go straight for it. He's going to come off it, and immediately there he has to get both the kills. As soon as he does that, it's pretty much GG. Forrest is going to be getting a double kill in that round, but I think GetRight's the real hero. Putting down the smoke, putting out that flashbang, he actually got the kill. Then he went back up on the van to get the second kill, and they just weren't ready for it.
Yeah, it's really well done from GetRight as well, because no one else wants to pressure through that smoke. No one likes jumping through that one. So scary, or just a nice job by GetRight. 16-15. I liked the push from Forrest, personally, to make sure he eliminated the mid-control from HellRaisers. That really forced their hand, especially shutting down Angel, who's been such an instigator for HellRaisers, and it's a very similar setup they have going on right now. Underpass going to be challenged by Angel. They can hear all of these footsteps. No one at the top mid as well. It's just Angel who's here for them once again. Same idea, same strategy being run pretty much by both teams, actually.
I think, did they end up using 2 Molotovs to get sort of that push back on Catwalk? I think the first one failed.
Oh, look at GetRight's spot, Anders. This is going to be beautiful. Flashbang comes in. He's body blocking him. He can't actually see anything. He's hiding. He's going to wait to come around, and it's so tense. He sees them all go by. Spray. No, he misses it all. That hurts so much. Draken with 1 kill going to try and recover. GetRight could have had everything. And he tries to get in the smoke and win it all.
Oh, it was the perfect moment, wasn't it? Absolutely ruined. And now Angel going to come in with another kill, taking down Draken. A double for him so far. Dennis with the bomb down as well. No chance to really get back in the bomb site. And that will be a round for HellRaisers. Great job on them. And they were 3 people there ready to fight him when he sort of came out for it. But
he needs to get one.
He needs to get one.
I think that the hard part about that is that kind of a play, obviously it's easy to call this in hindsight and everything, but that kind of a play takes a lot of communication. Because if you're a teammate kind of rotating over to get in a position at the B bomb site and you see a dot there, you think in your head, you know, I'm safe. No one can really get past that. And if that communication doesn't come out quick enough, that player can get caught off guard. And it's unfortunate for Get Right, because I think actually it didn't look like anyone from HellRaisers was going to check on the other side of that smoke and either to the right. If he had just stayed behind the smoke, might have been able to spray down 2 or even 3. Goes for a big play, though, and obviously just unfortunate doesn't pan out. He's had a phenomenal game leading up to this point. 30 kills for him.
Yeah, it's been a really strong game for him, but that will, you know, that'll hurt a little bit.
He'll remember that one.
He did have a little bit of a banana to make up for it, so that's good.
He's been munching on that. It's getting late. This is actually not it's not a tactical timeout. It's a little bit of a technical pause. Some of the...
Ah, is it Windows?
I think
Back
it actually
with a
is,
vengeance.
oddly enough.
Yeah, who doesn't love that? Your operating system is making decisions for you that you can't even control. I'm not even over it. I'm still angry.
Yeah.
It's been a week.
Yeah.
Well. 16-16 here in overtime. One more round here for the first half of overtime before we swap it over to the second half of overtime.
And obviously, with the teams only getting 5 rounds on the T sides, and both T sides, not even the amount of rounds. It's kind of like by the eye test. The T sides haven't looked too convincing, right?
Yeah. No, it's been very weird. I feel like sort of not every day that we get to see 2 teams agree to play a map that none of them play very well.
Yeah.
So the desk was wondering about that too. Yeah. When the walkie-talkies are out and people are looking confused,
it's the headphones off that is really the signal where it's like, all right, everyone get comfortable, everyone relax, it's fill mode time. So you do a smart pillow. What would be your favorite function of a smart pillow?
I think the temperature control.
I'm pretty sure they have those already, Anders.
Do they?
I'm pretty confident they have pillows that can have a temperature.
Not in Denmark. It's a communist country. We don't get that stuff.
All right.
We don't get that kind of luxury.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay. Well, let's put it like this: it can't be a very good one. Because I don't know anyone who has them or have ever mentioned them. So whatever they are, they can't be that good.
I feel like the problem with like an electrical pillow is
that it might set you on fire.
Yeah, like that's a very unnerving concept. Isn't it?
I'm willing to roll those dice if I just imagine the comfort. Like you wake up and you just feel like nice and cool and but not so cold that you've got like a stiff neck when you wake up. Like you just gotta. There's some stuff there.
There's a happy medium.
There's a happy medium. I mean, I feel like shoes haven't evolved at all.
In terms of their function? Well, I saw...
Just in general, I mean, the problem is they did put LEDs in shoes, but only kids can have them. We've got some sort of social rule that means that adults can't. Yeah, and that was great. I was hoping that would be the window to allow me to do it, but then it didn't really catch on.
No. I don't know if I could handle you in sneakers that light up every time you step.
I love that. I think that's amazing.
Too much.
Every time I see a kid on the street with that, I think, man, I wish I could do that as well, but no one takes you seriously.
I did see a video with shoes that, you know how like you tie your laces? Well, they like tighten for you. It's like a.
That would be amazing.
I thought maybe it was like satire, but in my head I was just like, how lazy is our society becoming if we can't even tie our shoelaces?
No, that's
like who like gets to the point where like,
from
you know what,
Back to the Future, isn't it?
I want to invent something, so let's shoelaces seem to be a huge problem. Let's fix that.
I think that's a smart way of thinking.
That's why we have Velcro.
Yeah, but Velcro is such a flawed technology, isn't it?
Is it?
You get dog hair and sand in it, and then it stops working.
Okay. Well, maybe just avoid the dog hair and sand.
No, we need at least a better version of Velcro.
When I was younger, I had soap shoes. Did you ever know about those? Probably didn't have them in Denmark.
What?
They're called soap shoes. They're not actually made out of soap, don't worry.
All right.
But they had a grind plate in the bottom. So you could like screw in a grind plate, and you could go grind on like the stairs, like for like skaters and stuff. I wasn't actually a skater. I was literally just posing with soap shoes, but it was like a cool concept that I wanted to get
You
into.
were just pretending. That's
I was
amazing.
like, yeah, bro, I got these grind plates in case I just want to hit the bike racks after school. And
Thing is, that does actually sound really cool. But obviously I'd fall and die if I tried it. So
tough part is like they weigh a lot.
Oh,
And like it's surprising how much extra weight the grind plates would add to your shoes when you're walking around.
well, there are the ones that where people have like just one wheel put in the heel, so that you can sort of like.
Don't like those.
No, but doesn't it look cool when people do it though?
It does not look cool. I'm here to tell you, it does not look good. It's not a good look for anyone.
I just feel like you don't know anything about shoes. It's great.
Yeah.
If you could have that and the lights, my God, I mean, that'd just be instantly winning, wouldn't you? A little light in the wheel, so you can. I'd buy that.
Like the light rotates around the shoe the faster you're going on the wheel.
Exactly. That. Now we're talking.
I think it's still a little silly. I just don't like it. We'll just have to agree to disagree on this one.
Well, we can put LEDs and everything else. Why not shoes? Like, no one frowns at you if you've got LEDs in your PC or in your living room or behind your television or anything like that, in your mouse and keyboard. Everyone's cool with it.
Yeah. Did you ever hear about that there was that I think it was a mechanical, or maybe I think it was a mechanical engineer who put small magnets in his fingertips, like surgically inserted magnets in his fingertips, so he could tell when he was tinkering with things, like what kind of an object he was about to touch.
You didn't know if it was metal or not.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't recall like all the details of why he did it exactly, but there was a big AMA on it. It's like, AMA, I put magnets in my fingertips.
I mean, I like the idea. I think I can see this working somehow. I feel like magnets. There could be some trouble, couldn't there? How does he pick up his hotel keycard out of his pocket without ruining the magnet strip? Because that gets ruined even if I put it next to my phone. So he could never be in a hotel room.
I've never understood that. I actually very rarely have a hotel key that gets, whatever it's called.
Do you put them with your phone?
No.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, but that
Mystery solved right there.
seems like a very easy thing to avoid, doesn't it?
Yeah, you would think so, Moses, but you would be wrong. It's not.
I would be wrong.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we are obviously right on the edge of being able to build, human cyborgs and all the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
Would you sign up for that? If there was a medical test, someone said, "Listen, we can upgrade your brain in some, meaningful way."
No.
No.
I mean, not like at this day and age. Maybe if it was proven to be, safe and effective.
Or you want somebody else to do it for you, and then you get the benefits of it.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
very selfish.
You want to be the lab rat, Anders?
Yeah, of course I will. Listen, someone's gonna have to do it.
Yeah. It's not gonna be me. It's not gonna be me. I actually just threw out because I have a Pixel, and when I got it, I got a free like one of those home smart devices, so you can ask it questions when you're getting ready in the morning or something.
Oh, the Google Assistant.
Yeah, and I just threw it out. It was weirding me out because I don't actually use it for anything. I think it's kind of a worthless object.
Well, I mean, there's always the horror of it spying on you, right?
That's what was getting to me.
Yeah.
Because I never know. You don't really know when it's recording, and I figured if I'm not using it, why would I just want to have like a microphone in my apartment?
Just bug your own apartment for no reason, so that Google can keep an eye on. Yeah, that stuff freaks me out. But I am on the paranoid side when it comes to AI technology anyway. So
I feel like you have one of those though that you use. You probably have like which one do you have? You have one for sure.
I don't. My new headset has Google Assistant built into it.
No,
but
yeah, you're definitely screwed now. Because you got those on you at all times.
Yeah, they know what I'm saying. I don't know. No, I kind of don't trust that technology. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I feel like it's gonna backfire on us.
That's fair.
I don't want the machines to learn what we're really like. When they take over, they're gonna think, "What the hell is going on?"
Well, and all the blackmail and everything.
That too. Well, I think they're just gonna get rid of us, aren't they? They're not even gonna care. They're gonna look at all the collective data, all the audio data that they've recorded, and say
these people don't deserve it.
This is mental.
Well, we're back.
That's good news.
The issues have been fixed, and we're getting underway. 8 seconds left in freeze time. 16-16 in this first half of overtime on the second map. NiP is leading 1-0 if you're just tuning in and you missed some of the earlier action. It's been a long day, almost at the end. This is the final series, and NiP trying to put away HellRaisers in 2.
Yeah, trying and not really having a great time at it at the moment. Although this move from Dennis is great.
Here's a question all over the map. Draken dropped down. He's in the underpass with an AWP. There's going to be the opening kill. Angel has been such a thorn in the side of NiP. He was the one who even got HellRaisers to overtime, and he's out of the fight.
Trying to put the pressure on and maybe try and see if they can crunch some of this. Easer is gone, so is Woxic, and that's all just Draken single-handedly deciding to open up with a triple kill. It's kind of hard to analyze around like this. I mean,
out of the lengthy pause as well. I mean, that might just be something where NiP's like, listen, we with freeze time is coming down. We just spent a long time pause. Let's get aggressive. Let's make sure we haven't gotten complacent. I mean, you do kind of see it sometimes in those lengthy pauses. You kind of lose your focus. You let it slip a little bit. And when you choose to be aggressive, you kind of help maintain some of that focus. Great round from Draken. 4 kills for him to give NiP the lead in OT.
Yes, 2 out of 3 rounds in overtime go to them on the CT side. That's good, but it's fun. By no means a sure win now. No. They still need to win another 2 rounds on T side, which, as we've said, has been proven pretty difficult for both teams. No one's had a fun time on T side Mirage yet.
No, not at all. I've seen some decent stretches from each team, but no one really putting together a full game plan. There's going to be a little bit of a timeout between these overtime halves, as we did just have a player, Rez, dropped out of the server. Not entirely sure what that's about, but we'll have to sit and wait. Just have a little bit of a chill. Map's going to get restarted. So, what's new with you, Anders? It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a little while.
Since France.
Yeah, it's true. I've been spending quite a lot of time at the beach with Walter.
I saw that. You brought like a full-blown refrigerator to the beach.
Yeah, I brought a refrigerator to the beach. We bought like little nets, so we went and we caught like little shrimp and like other little weird creatures, which is kind of great.
Or just to investigate?
Yeah, just to investigate.
Okay.
I don't know if you know this, but 3-year-olds find absolutely everything exciting. It's like it doesn't matter what you find, any kind of rock, like anything you show them. Just, yeah, what is this? It's really quite insane. So yeah, I've been having a really great time.
Nice. Some quality family time.
Some quality family time, and then an enormous amount of work, which we can't even talk about. So it's a little,
Oh yeah, the secret thing.
The secret thing. So that's, I mean, it's sort of wearing on my mind a little bit, I'm not good at keeping secrets. I just want to,
You're not, because I do know like at least 20 people you've told about the secret projects.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, that's might be a problem right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really feel like it's been a long time coming. So we'll see what happens.
Good.
What about another kind of surgery you could have, Moses? That could what kind of, like, I feel like magnets in your fingers is. It just has too many problems involved with it.
No, I obviously wouldn't do it. I tweeted about this just last week. I just had LASIK, and that's about the extent of my altering surgery that I'm willing to go.
So what if they could operate like smart lenses into your eyes so that you could zoom. You could, turn up and down the UV lighting. You could do all these things. Like, you could...
That'd be pretty cool.
Change the colors, make it all black and white for a while if you wanted to.
I think that'd be cool. I wouldn't want them connected to the internet, though, I'd want just to be local control.
Just local control.
Yeah, I don't want anyone recording what I'm watching, because I feel like that's going to be, like, one of the things, like, we reserve the right to record your life in any way we see fit. That'll be at the end of the agreement.
Yeah. There's a Black Mirror episode of that.
I know, I've seen that one, yeah.
It does end badly,
It's a bit creepy. Yeah, it does end very badly.
As
Spoilers,
they all do.
Of course. Yeah. None of them really leave you with a happy feeling, do they?
No. I hadn't actually watched that show until Henry introduced it to me. And now I'm super happy.
I still have only seen the one season, the most recent one. I binge-watched it across a day, but I haven't seen the other ones.
I watched all of them when I came home, and I just thought it was all good. So
that does seem like right up your alley.
Yeah.
It's actually right up my alley as well. I just am lazy. Too lazy to watch Netflix.
Lazy to watch Netflix. I'll be honest, I don't think there's anything we do to help you, Moses. With or without technology, I don't think that we can solve that.
Yeah, when you're at that point, it's kind of all over. Freeze time, it seems like all the issues have been solved. Just as an update, they've all gotten back into the server. They've just matched medics, and they are unpausing as we speak. So we're going to get back into it. Half 2 of overtime, NiP up 2-1. They need to win 2 rounds in this second half to take the victory here and go 1-0 on the day.
Yeah, HellRaisers, I feel like they've had sort of a weird day so far. I'm still kind of shocked and upset that they lost that first map. Just I felt like they had every chance to do it, and now on this one they've brought it into overtime, and if they can't win this one here either, then overall just won't have been a very positive start to the tournament for them. But we'll see what happens now. Second half, second map, and overtime is what we're playing. First team to get 19 rounds, and of course can't see the round score at the moment.
This is going to be dangerous. Oh, Dead Fox drops off. I was going to say, because Draken, he had the opportunity to find that jumping. Look at how aggressive. He wanted to really find that first pick, and I thought that was going to be scary because Draken was on a side of that balcony that he didn't expect. Could have been a dangerous peek, but he avoids that scenario. And NiP get nothing out of that early aggression. Going to readjust towards mid. They've been very successful with like highly aggressive, very fast-paced mid takes, and I think they've kind of shied away from that due to the nature of the 16K, all the utility that goes into the hands of the CTs. Don't want to mess with that sometimes, and we'll see what they have in store here. Bomb is going to be picked up. Top connector smoked off, allowing Rez to gain access. I have to feel like this has to end up being a B split.
Yeah, it's looking very likely, and honestly, HellRaisers have given them so much control in mid and connector here that if this B split isn't halfway successful, if they get the entry in either Angel or Dead Fox, then the rotation towards the B bomb side is going to be very tricky, so they may have dug themselves a bit of an unfortunate grave here, HellRaisers, if the entries work out. Now the grenades are starting to rain in and a lot of pressure being put on. They have to move back. There's Angel gone. Dead Fox has to do more. He must get another kill in, and it's just not possible. And Dennis is still in the middle. He knows that no one's rotating through this part, so they only have to worry about the kitchen area right now, and he's even going to be able to flank them. This is such a brilliant setup for NiP. They really used the fact that they had all that mid control to be able to do this. Now, Woxic has got one kill, but Dennis should still be able to do this. Moving on in, and Woxic down from behind, and Get Right will get the kill on Bondik. That was a very, very smooth round. That means now NiP have 18 rounds to the 16 of HellRaisers. Can't really see it on top, but don't worry about it. I know the math, Moses. I can add
do all the
1
maths.
to 17.
Yes.
I know what that number is.
Well done. Walter teach you that one? That was a well-orchestrated take on that B bomb site. Draken with that op, I mean, just gets the angle over towards Market, and Forrest with one kill at the B bomb site. The rotation is coming in, and Draken is in perfect position to shut that down. That is a beautiful hit. Nice peek from Woxic. He needs to have a very good round here to keep HellRaisers alive in this one. He's had a good series across this map and Overpass, and he's got to continue and build upon.
Oh, Angel doesn't want to stick around after that one. But ultimately, they've got a fine scenario going on right now. HellRaisers, one man up. They've used some of their utility, but not enough that it's really too alarming. They are very heavily tilted towards the B side right now, with Angel in the ladder room, Dead Fox over at the catwalk, and Woxic all the way back in B. If NiP found out somehow if they could exploit this, that would be interesting.
Again up catwalk, and this has been a great recipe for them throughout the game. Nice shot from Dead Fox. Tracks Rez around the corner. NiP whittled down to 3. The 3 ninjas. Got Rocky here. Draken's going to go down. Dennis going to lead the way up towards connector. He said to his right. In a really desperate scenario, can he make this work? First kill would be great, but he's shoulder peek, and that gives away the game. He finds him, and there's Forrest wrapping around the corner. He's got to be aggressive, and it's just not going to happen. 3 different players to deal with, all tied up. And NiP have one more chance to close this out in 2.
So, how do they play with this now? Because I feel like this slow approach from NiP, all right, it is a little bit lackluster. I'd love to see them try and just finish with a bang here. Yep. Get some sort of rush in, or at least a fast push somewhere.
Go back to that B split, right?
Yep. That'd be great. 18 to 17 scoreline, as you could tell. And third round coming up here in the last half of overtime. If HellRaisers win it, it's going to be double OT. If not, NiP might be able to bring it back. Angel, how does he not get the kill? So much damage onto Dennis and Forrest, but they managed to live somehow.
Get right towards the other side of the map, gets the opening kill, finds Bondik, he peeks up that A ramp and grabs one real quick with no chance of a rebuttal. That's beautiful.
How much panic is this going to insert into the lines of HellRaisers? This is where if they're not confident, I'm not sure if they even know how much damage they've put out, but if they did, then this 4 versus 5 isn't that bad for HellRaisers. This can definitely be won, but panic is the thing you don't want to have happen right now. He's walking in to hide in that corner, Woxic hoping to take away all of the attention if anyone shows up. This is going to get interesting. 55 seconds. All of NiP have shown up. Angel is actually starting to make his way over. This is a good read.
That's a bit dicey. Forrest has an AWP with that low HP to keep distance, but Dennis is low as well, and he's going to be on the front lines. He's going to be coming up ramp. We'll see if he ends up being the bait, but Rez is going to be the first one to turn the corner. Molotov out. They have all the utility, but HellRaisers has the read. Woxic, he's got one, needs to build, and Issa lying in wait. There's the peek from Angel, and they're holding on. But there's the 2 kills from NiP, swinging it in their favor, but Angel is still here and still doing some work.
No damage from that grenade. Very important double for Angel so far. Only 20 seconds, NiP. One is very low, should be going down any minute now. Almost getting spotted there. Angel looking to get the kill on Forrest, who does drop GetFox right beforehand. That might have been the perfect kill. And now Angel walking in. He must have been spotted. Draken coming around the other side. 8 seconds, and he gets dropped. And NiP will take it away in overtime. And look at GetRight. Can't remember the last time I've seen him shout like that. Obviously, huge relief for him to be able to take this one away. He did put in an enormous amount of effort on this map, but that's NiP bringing it home in 2 maps against HellRaisers.
Yeah, that's really well played, and you mentioned it. NiP had so many things ticking in this second map on Mirage. Forrest was there, GetRight was there, Rez was there. A great performance, and tough for HellRaisers. Made that comeback at the end, and you can see even shrugging it off a little bit. Had a lot of mistakes, but both teams kind of giving up a couple here and there. And
yeah,
he's just able to outlast him.
I feel like the stuff that we saw on Overpass was a lot more encouraging. I'd like it if there was a little bit of time before I saw any of these 2 teams play Mirage again. just
give it a little bit of time, work a little bit more on it.
Yeah, there was it's a bit of a weird scenario, wasn't it? It just looked like there were a lot of errors being made overall.
It's one of those things where because they seem kind of not unprepared, but just unexperienced perhaps on it, or inexperienced. Yeah. It just was a matter of, you know, if you get the momentum, you're going to be good. But it's tough to break that kind of momentum when you don't have all the knowledge on the map that you'd like to. Either way, you got to say fair play to NiP as they try and work this one into the rotation. Taking HellRaisers' pick away, that's quite nice. I like that out of NiP.
Yeah, and with the GetRight, sort of, you know, back to a good form, it seemed.
Always love seeing GetRight with 30 kills, don't you?
Do love that, and you know, Rez overall showing that he's still obviously an amazing player, and Forrest getting a chance to help out. So we had just everything that we wanted, I think, out of that match. I loved it.
And a good showing from HellRaisers, who we mentioned when the series first started so long ago, that we don't get to see them too frequently at these kinds of events. So, I mean, it's always interesting. It's always like a new experience for me at the very least, being like, oh, this is what HellRaisers is about. So, pretty dangerous team, almost like a little bit of a dark horse, I think, for a deep run here.
Yeah, they really could be. I didn't get to see enough out of Issa today. I feel like he's been...
No high fives?
We
don't think we caught a single high five.
Yeah, we didn't get that, but we also, I feel like just, you know, personally out of him a little bit more, I would have loved to have seen. I think Bondig and Woxic did a great job, you know, across the board, but yeah, just a slight bit more would have been great.
Yeah, and I think you have to be, I think you have to be happy if you're HellRaisers. I think this is where you go back and you just say, you know what, we gave up Overpass with the round that we missed the timing on the plant, with the round that we let them win with Deagles, and then on Mirage as well, a couple of heartbreak rounds down the stretch for them, and NiP as well. Either way, we've got an interview with the Ninjas. It's with Paula.
Absolutely right, Jason. I'm here with one of the wizards from NiP, Peter, their coach. Is the magic with you here in Kiev?
We will see. One game at a time.
Okay, and let's talk about this first one. A tight 2 maps, especially going into overtime. How do you see it from your perspective as coach?
Really tough. HellRaisers is a really good team. Really good tactics. They play a lot together. So sometimes it was tough, you know. I studied them a lot, but they kept on surprising me with their tactics and their approach to the game. So a lot of credits to HellRaisers.
And what kind of work have you been doing as coach with the guys? What are the strengths and weaknesses of the team?
The work as I've been doing lately is being in-game leader for the team. Also to help Dennis into his role, because he is not a normal in-game leader. Otherwise, you know, just help them to develop, and my goal is to make all the players the best in their position. So that's my ambition.
You said you did some research on HellRaisers before the match and you studied them. What did you find out, and were you able to take advantage of any of the knowledge that you gained?
Really good team play, but they have some sort of structure that's sometimes, I wouldn't say easy to read because I cannot say anything to my team, but you can see these tendencies that they're doing. Besides from that, as I said before, they're a great team. They can adapt, and I'm impressed by them. I think they will go far in this tournament.
And what do you think about your chances here at the tournament? Where do you see yourself placing by the end of it?
I mean, we want to be the best, and we will do everything that we can. We know what we did today pre-game. We're going to keep on doing that, and as I said, one game at a time.
And who would you say, I know you want to talk about one game at a time, but if I were to ask you, which teams do you think are the strongest here and those that would be the toughest opponents for the Ninjas, who would they be?
HellRaisers.
Okay, smart, very smart. All right, for yourself then, how has it been joining NiP? It's been since Katowice, right?
Yeah, actually I was with the team as a spectator in Los Angeles at the summit, and after that we kept on working.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. You can now head off, get some rest. It's been a long, long day. Always great to hear from the coaches, and Peter is a veteran of the scene. It's a pleasure to speak to him. That will be it for our matches from today. Let's head back to the desk so they can break everything down before we see